Hello, hi everyone. I'm Rupesh. Today I'll be discussing crown ethers in Unit 2 of paper C205 Green Synthesis. Crown ethers. In 1967, Pedersen discovered the crown ethers and their abilities to bind strongly with the metal ions. The crown ethers are a family of a cyclic polyethers. The synthesis of many different types of different types of crown ethers, that is crown ether diester, aza crown ethers which has a nitrogen heteroatom, and thiacrown ethers which has sulfur as a heteroatom have been documented in the literature, and their remarkable binding properties towards a wide range of metal ions, non-metal ions, as well as neutral molecules have been investigated. Coming to the nomenclature of crown ethers, the crown ethers are named as like this, that is X dash crown dash Y. The X should be in the under brackets. X denotes the total number of atoms in the cyclic backbone, that is the total number of atoms in the cyclic polyether compound, that is in the crown ether. Y is the number of oxygen atoms, or if any heteroatoms, including heteroatoms, or else if only heteroatoms are there, it is also be counted. Examples are shown here. This is an X denotes a total number of atoms in the crown ether. There are 12 atoms including carbon and sulfur, and this is a crown which looks like a crown here, hence it is named as crown. And Y denotes the number of oxygen atoms or heteroatoms, and here there are 3 heteroatoms, hence it is called 12 crown 3, and this is a general name. And this is a 12 crown 4. There is a 12 atoms overall, and there are only 4 heteroatoms, there are only 4 oxygen atoms. And this is 15 crown 5, this is 18 crown 6, this is 21 crown 7, and this is 24 crown 8. And these are all the general names of a crown ethers. And coming to the next examples, you can see there is a substituted crown ethers, and you can see there is a benzene substitution here, hence it is called benzene. And this is a 15 crown 5 as discussed previously, hence it is called benzo 15 crown 5. And this is an 18 crown 6, whereas you can see at the both ends there is a 2 ring, that is 2 dicyclohexyl rings, hence it is called dicyclohexyl 18 crown 6, whereas this is dibenzo 18 crown 6. And even there are many instead of oxygens, other heteroatoms such as sulfur and nitrogen may also be present. As such, crown ethers are also called as aza and thiacrown ethers. If sulfur is the heteroatom, then it is called thiacrown ethers. If nitrogen is the heteroatom, then it is called as aza crown ethers. Examples are shown here. You can see instead of 2 oxygens, NH is replaced, hence it is called diaza. This is an 18 crown 6. There is 18 atoms overall, and there are 6 heteroatoms. And this is tetraaza 12 crown 4. This is an 12 crown 4, whereas 12 atoms are there and 4 heteroatoms, that is 4 nitrogen atoms. And there are tetraaza, there are 4 aza groups, hence it is called tetraaza 12 crown 4. This is thia 12 crown 3. This is diaza 18 crown 6, and this is same as this one. Coming to the IUPAC nomenclature and short names, and they here have taken this 18 crown 6. This is the IUPAC name, where you can see at 1 4 7 10 13 13 6 1 4 7 10 13 16 position there is an oxygen ether group, hence it is called 1 4 7 10 13 16 hexa. There is 6 oxygen atoms, hence hexa, oxa, cyclooctadecane. Common name is 18 chrome 6, and in short form it is written as 18C6. Coming to the second example, as we can see, this is a dibenzo 18 crown 6. This is the IUPAC name, and this is the common name as I said, and this is a short form dibenzo 18C6. Sometimes it is also written as TB18C6. Cryptands and cryptates. Bicyclic and cycles of higher order are called cryptands, and the corresponding metal complexes are called as cryptates. And this is the cryptands and this is cryptates. Coming to the special features of crown ethers. It is found that crown ethers like dicyclohexyl 18 crown 6 dissolve in sodium hydroxide more than the expected amount and forms a stable metal cation complexes, that is stable sodium ion complexes. Here, since we have used NaOH here, it forms a stable complex with Na plus, which are soluble in organic solvents. This type of complexation, this type of interaction is one of the most important properties of the crown ethers. The 18 crown 6 shape looks like a donut having a cavity of 2.7 Armstrong in the middle, oxygen atoms facing interior, and alkyl groups, that is CH2 methylene groups, are facing outwards, making the molecule hydrophilic interior and lipophilic exterior. And you can see in the structure, and after forming a complex with the sodium metal cation, you can see that the cavity having a length of 2.7 Armstrong, and you can see, as I said, oxygens are facing inwards, whereas these CH2 alkyl groups are facing outwards. Hence the molecule is hydrophilic interior, that is hydrophilic inside, whereas lipophilic or hydrophobic exterior. Potassium ion with a diameter 2.66 Armstrong, that is potassium ion has a diameter of 2.66 Armstrong, just fits into this cavity, and this is the cavity size, the cavity of crown, where it is held by unshared pair of electrons and the 6 oxygen atoms. And you can see there are 6 oxygen atoms which has a unshared pair of electrons which binds with the potassium ion if a metal cation is K plus, and if it is Na plus, even Na plus also can fit into this crown. Thus the crown ethers holds the potassium ion by some ion dipole forces, just as a solvent with strong binding. The comparison of the few cations and cavity diameter of important crown ethers are shown below, and you can see a lithium plus has a cation diameter of 1.36 Armstrong, whereas crown ether, the 12 crown 4 having a diameter 1.2 to 1.5. That is, this lithium plus ion can easily fit into this crown ether, because as we can see, this crown ether has a cavity diameter of 1.2 to 1.5, whereas cavity diameter of cation diameter of lithium is 1.36, which fits exactly in between these two numbers. Whereas sodium ion has a diameter of 1.9 Armstrong, which fits into the crown ether 15 crown 5, has a cavity diameter of 1.7 to 2.2. whereas potassium ion has a cation diameter of 2.66, which fits into the 18 crown 6 because it has a cavity diameter of 2.6 to 3.2. Cesium ion has a cation diameter of 3.38, which fits to 21 crown 7 because it has a cavity diameter of 3.4 to 4.3. This is because this, for example, this lithium ion can't fit into this crown ether, whereas this potassium ion can't fit into this crown ether because the cavity diameter matters a lot, the size matters a lot. Coming to the examples, and you can see this is an 15 crown 5 binds with the potassium ion. There is a 2.1 is to stoichiometry, that is 2 molecules of a crown ether with one metal atom, that is one metal cation, which is a potassium ion. And coming to the second example, you can see this is an dibenzo 24 crown 8, and you can see there is a 2 cations, only one crown ether but 2 metal cations, hence the stoichiometry is 1:2, whereas here 2 crown ethers, 1 metal ion, here 1 crown ether, 2 metal ions, hence it is called 1:2 stoichiometry. And coming to the nature of donor site, the crown ethers plays an important role in complexation selectivity, that is, it plays an important role in the interaction with the metal cations as it depends upon the cavity diameter, as I shown in the previous table. The incorporation of a soft sulfur atoms enhances the complexation, that is, enhances the interaction of soft transition ions, but hampers the complexation of hard alkali metals or metal ions. Nitrogen as a donor site plays a role by promoting a complexation of a transition ions, and also it will not affect the complexation of the alkali metal ion. In addition, nitrogen containing pyridine units favors the complexation of sodium metal ions over potassium ion. The carbonyl group shows affinity to alkaline earth metals, that is, for example, calcium or strontium, Ca2 plus and Sr2 plus, which is in good agreement with the high electrostatic attraction. Whereas this here, you can see there is a carbonyl groups here which shows affinity towards an alkali earth metals. Coming to the general synthesis of crown ethers, the macrocycles can be prepared by a template effect using metal ion as the organizing agent. The principal effect is as follows. Cyclic material may be formed from a compound which has a nucleophilic at one end and electrophilic at other end by reacting with itself. That is, it is an intramolecular reaction. However, a scenario or a second pathway, second possibility also exists, that is, the nucleophilic end of a molecule may find the electrophilic end of the other molecule, and this is the best example for an intramolecular pathway or intramolecular reaction. In this case, a non-cyclic product will form. The competition between the molecule finding its own end and the other molecule end is the competition between first and the second order reaction. Under dilute conditions, first order reaction is favored, but its rate is not enhanced. The second approach is accomplished by the cation present in the reaction mixture, since there is a polar interaction between negative oxygen and an electropositive cation, that is a sodium or a potassium ion here. They tend to organize themselves and the cation by forming a semicircle or a circle around the cation. The likelihood of two ends bearing near to each other is greatly increased. The template effect favors the first order pathway over the second order process. And here are the synthesis of crown ethers. You can see this is an negative, that is nucleophilic end of end of a molecule which has an electrophilic end also, hence it is a intramolecular pathway. You can see this is a nucleophilic end and there is an electrophilic end of the same molecule, and this attacks this carbon with the elimination of chloride to form at 12 crown 4. This is an example for 12 crown 4. And you can see in the second example, this is an intermolecular pathway. You can see there are two molecules. The nucleophilic end of the one molecule attacks the electrophilic end of the other molecule, which forms the, and same as the other end also, to form this crown ether, which is a 21 crown C. Coming to the third example, you can see there is a diol ethylene glycol reacts with the 1,5-tosylate, the presence of sodium hydride. That is, this sodium hydride is a base which abstracts a proton here to form CO minus. This CO minus attacks this carbon with the elimination of a tosylate ion. Since tosylate ion is a very good leaving group, to form this corresponding alcohol, this on reaction with one more equivalent of sodium hydroxide, which abstracts this form to form CO minus and complexes with the sodium metal cation. Okay, and this formed oxygen O minus attacks this carbon, the elimination of a tosylate, to form an 12 crown 4 with the sodium metal cation in the center. Coming to the synthesis of dibenzo 18 crown 6. This is catechol reacts with 2,2-dichlorodiethyl ether, that is 2,2-dichlorodiethyl ether, in the presence of a base. Here I have chosen NaOH to give the corresponding dibenzo 18 crown 6. Coming to the synthesis of dicyclohexyl 18 crown 6. Hydrogenation of dibenzo 18 crown 6. This is an dibenzo 18 crown 6 on hydrogenation in the presence of ruthenium catalyst, that is 5% ruthenium catalyst on alumina support. Alumina is nothing but Al2O3. You get the corresponding dicyclohexyl 18 crown 6, that is the double bonds of the benzene gets reduced to the alkali group. Coming to the next synthesis of 12 crown 4. It is obtained by the reaction of ethylene glycol and 1,8-dichloro-3,6-dioxaoctane in the presence of an lithium perchlorate and NaOH. NaOH acts as a base which abstracts this proton, which forms a O minus, attacks this carbon, electrophilic carbon, and Cl is eliminated, and one more equivalent of NaOH which abstracts proton here to form O minus, attacks this carbon, the elimination of chloride to form the 12 crown 4. Here this lithium perchlorate acts as a mild Lewis acid. Synthesis of 15 crown 5. Here this is an 1,8-dichloro-3,6-dioxaoctane reacts with a diol, that is 1,5-diol, in the presence of a base to give the corresponding 15 crown 5. It is a simple nucleophilic addition reaction. Sodium hydroxide abstracts these two protons, which forms O minus, attacks this carbons with the elimination of hydrogen to form 15 crown 5. Coming to the 18 crown 6, this is also similar to that is 1,8-dichloro-3,6-dioxaoctane reacts with 1,8 here. This is 1,5 and this is 1,8-diol in the presence of KOH. Here it is NaOH because the cavity diameter matters here. Since the crown is very small, sodium fits here, whereas here KOH should be used because the cavity diameter is larger, hence KOH is used here. And KOH should not be used in this reaction. And coming to the next one, synthesis of Asa crown ethers. The name itself indicates there is a nitrogen heteroatom, and you can see this is an nitrogen protected using the tosyl group, and this reaction with base, which I haven't shown here, after reacting with this base, N- is formed, and this N- attacks this carbon, the elimination of chloride ion to form the corresponding ring structure. This on reaction with the acidified water, this tosylate is eliminated since it is a very good leaving group to form the corresponding Asa crown ether. Here tosylate as a good leaving group is chosen because it gives the best yields, whereas if you choose a chloride group, use of halide ions as leaving group gives very poor yields, whereas tosylate here acts as a very good leaving group and product is obtained in a good yields. Coming to the synthesis of cryptans, and starting with this is an diacid chloride. You can see this, there is an acid chloride, reacts with this alkyl amines, diamines to form the corresponding amides here. This on reduction with LAH, this carbonyl groups get reduced to the alkyl groups to form a Asa crown ether. This on reaction with one more equivalent of an diacid to give the corresponding cryptans with the carbonyl group. This on reduction with diborane in 6N HCl, you get the cryptans with 222 cryptans because 222 represents the oxygens at the middle. That is, you can see there is 2, 2, 2, hence it is called 2, 2, 2 cryptan. Coming to the synthetic applications of crown ethers, the development of crown ether chemistry parallels the development of PTC, that is, it is similar to the PTC. The crown complex of 18 crown 6 potassium, that is 18 crown 6 associated 18 crown 6 complex with the potassium is like tetraalkyl ammonium cation. In the similar way, when compared to the charged species that has large hydrophobic, that is, this crown 6 is similar to that of the PTC, which has an tetraalkyl ammonium cation. An anion paired with crown complex in polar solvent is activated since the anion is purely solvated either by the cation or by the solvent. This activated anion has tremendous synthetic applications. The advantage in the case of crown ethers is that many of the reaction can be carried under homogeneous condition since crown compounds are easily soluble in the organic phase. The first synthetic application is in the aromatic substitution reaction. When it is possible to carry out nucleophilic substitution reaction on systems which have earlier proved resistance, which have earlier proved difficult. Coming to the first one, this dichlorobenzene undergoes substitution with methoxide ion to give 2-methoxychlorobenzene in presence of tertiary methoxide, in presence of potassium methoxide and dicyclohexyl 18 crown 6. That is, this crown ether transfers the methoxide ion from the aqueous phase to the organic phase, and then this attacks here, which eliminates the chloride ion to form the corresponding methoxychlorobenzene. This is an example of a substitution reaction where chloride is substituted by an methoxy group. Coming to the second example, this chloropyridine reacts with diol in presence of KOH and 18 crown 6 to we get the dimer, that is pyridine at the two ends. That is, this KOH abstracts this both hydrogens to form O minus, where O minus attacks here the elimination of chloride ion. This O minus attacks one more equivalent of chloropyridine which attacks here, which in which chloride is eliminated to form the corresponding compound. Whereas coming to the third example, this is an example of this is an indole. You can see chloro substituted indole reacts with potassium methoxide in benzene as solvent in the presence of 18 crown 6. That is, 18 crown 6 transfers this methoxy group from aqueous to benzene layer. In benzene layer it attacks this carbon and chloride is eliminated, and you can see chloride is substituted using methoxy. Using potassium methoxide. Coming to the next reaction, next application, that is displacement reactions. The ability of Crown ethers for displacement reaction is a solid example, since the possibility of elimination reaction without that. And you can see in the presence of a Crown ether, 4-bromocyclohexanone reacts with potassium acetate here, and displacement of a bromide ion with acetate takes place. That is, this crown ether transfers this acetate ion to the organic phase, and this displaces the bromide ion by attacking here, and bromide ion gets eliminated to form the corresponding acetate compound. However, in the absence of crown ether, in the absence of crown ether, phenol is formed, since the base induced elimination reaction which favors the formation of cyclohexadienone, which quickly rearranges to the phenol. That is, this acetate abstracts the proton here, which forms a double bond here, and this bromide eliminated to form this compound, and this is cyclohexadienone. This quickly rearranges to phenol in the absence of crown ether, whereas in presence of crown ether, substitution, that is displacement reaction happens, where bromide is displaced to form a corresponding ester acetate group. Coming to the second, this is an example for an displacement reaction, and this is the example of an elimination reaction, where in this HBr is eliminated with the formation of a double bonds. Coming to the second example, where you can see trimethyl silyl chloride is converted to trimethyl silyl cyanide in the presence of KCN and 18 crown 6 in DCM. DCM is used as a solvent here at mildly low temperature, and the reaction is carried out for 24 hours here. That is, this 18 crown 6 transfers the cyanide, but in this condition the cyanide ion is a solid, it's not in the liquid, hence this reaction is under non-aqueous condition. This reaction is carried out under non-aqueous. Coming to the third one, you can see this sulfonyl chloride. Sulfonyl chloride is converted to the sulfonyl fluoride in the presence of KF and 18 crown 6 in acetonitrile as solvent under room temperature. That is, this 18 crown 6 transfers this fluoride ion to aqueous phase, which attacks here, and KCl is eliminated. This is also a reaction for a best example for an halogen exchange reaction, where halogen is exchanged here. Coming to the fourth example, and you can see crown ethers can also be used for nucleophilic displacement of an chloride ion by cyanide ion at sterically hindered position, and you can see this is a sterically hindered position where this chloride ion can be displaced using cyanide group. The reaction of a 2-chloro-2-methyl cyclohexanone, this is a 2-chloro-2-methyl cyclohexanone with KCN in the presence of 18 crown 6 in acetonitrile at room temperature yields the substituted product. However, if the mixture is heated in the presence of crown ether or in the absence of crown ether, we get the rearranged product, and this rearrangement is called an Favorsky rearrangement, which you should refer. This is a very important ring which forms the 5-member ring here. This is a very good example for a displacement reaction. Coming to the next one, generation of carbenes using crown ethers. We know that the carbenes can be generated by the reaction of chloroform and alkali, that is NaOH, in the presence of phase transfer catalase, which I have taught you in the previous classes. Whereas even carbenes can be generated using crown ethers also. That is, the phenyl bromocarbene and phenyl chlorocarbenes are generated from the corresponding alpha-alpha dihalotoluene using tertiary butoxy, that is using potassium tertiary butoxide and 18 crown 6 as a catalyst. Here crown 6 as a catalyst, whereas in the previous classes I have taught you about PTC as a catalyst. The carbenes so generated under these conditions are free, that is free carbenes, and this is an alpha-alpha dihalotoluene. I have told you here, this is an alpha-alpha dihalotoluene reacts with potassium tertiary butoxide to form the corresponding free carbenes. Under these conditions, the usual addition reaction are observed with typical alkenes. This is an alkene reacts with the carbenes so generated using chloroform and NaOH in the presence of a crown ether to form the corresponding dihalo compounds. This is a geminal dihalocarbons. And dibenzyl 18 crown 6 is used as a liquid-liquid phase transfer catalyst in the generation of carbenes here. And coming to the third example, you can see cyclohexene reacts with CH. For this generally I have told you it may be CHCl3 or CHBr3 in aqueous NaOH in the presence of dicyclohexyl 18 crown 6, and the reaction is slightly warmed to 40 degrees Celsius to form the corresponding dihalo compound. An excellent application is the preparation of diazomethane from hydrazine. This is an hydrazine reacts with carbene so generated using KOH and chloroform in the presence of 18 crown 6 to form a diazomethane, which is a very good compound for so many reactions. Coming to the important properties, that is alkylation. That is alkylation at the oxygen, this is called O-alkylation. Potassium carbonate is widely used to scavenge the protons, that is used to abstract the protons. Crown ethers can enhance their solubility as well as reactivity. A good example is the conversion of the phenol into benzyl phenyl ether in quantitative yield in the presence of crown ether. That is, we can see the phenol reacts with benzyl bromide in the presence of a potassium carbonate and 18 crown 6. As I told you, potassium carbonate is used to scavenge the protons, that is, it abstracts the phenol proton to form a corresponding phenoxide. This phenoxide attacks here the elimination of a bromide ion to form the benzyl phenyl ether in good yields. C alkylation, that is alkylation at the carbon. The addition of a crown ethers to the two-phase system, that is liquid-liquid, consisting of an organic phase and a concentrated aqueous NaOH phase, results in the carbanionic species which are soluble in organic phase where they undergo transformation. That is, this compound, this cyano compound reacts with the NaOH. The 50%, there is very concentrated NaOH in the presence of dibenzyl 18 crown 6. That is, this NaOH base abstracts this proton to form the corresponding anion, carbon ion. This carbon ion comes and attacks this carbon with the elimination of chloride ion to form this corresponding compound. A similar example which reacts with the chloronitrobenzene in the presence of an 50% NaOH, which is very concentrated, and in the presence of dibenzyl 18 crown 6 to form the corresponding compound. Whereas in case of if acetonitrile is used as a solvent with which poorly enolizable carbon compound give good yield of unsaturated nitriles. That is, this carbon cannot be enolized, and this non-enolizable or poorly enolizable carbonyl compound reacts with acetonitrile in presence of base and 18 crown 6 to form the corresponding cyanohydrines. This undergoes hydrolysis to form the corresponding, that is, water is eliminated to form the corresponding unsaturated nitriles. You can see this hydrogen leaves here to form the double bond, the elimination of water molecule. And coming to the next one, N-alkylation. That is, N-alkylation of a pyrroles and indoles has been carried out in presence of an crown ethers. This is the structure of an pyrrole without negative charge. This negative charge is formed after reacting with base. Then this pyrrole anion reacts with alkyl halide in presence of crown ethers to form the corresponding alkyl pyrrole. That is, it gets alkylated at the N position, alkylated at nitrogen. Coming to the second example, the indolyl anion also behaves as an ambident nucleophile. That is, alkylation occurs at nitrogen as well as C3 position of an indole. This is an indole reacts with base to form the corresponding anion. This is in equilibrium with this anion. That is, you can see the anions is the negative charge is on nitrogen as well as in the third position. That is, this negative charge shifts here to form the double bond, and this double bond is shift to form an anion. Now this anion at the third position attacks the alkyl group with the elimination of chloride ion in the presence of crown ethers to form the alkylated product at the third position of the indole. Whereas even alkylation takes place at the nitrogen position of the nitrogen, where this negative charge attacks this carbon alkyl group with the elimination of chloride ion in the presence of crown ethers to form the N-alkylated product. Coming to the next one, cation deactivation reaction. That is, the remarkable ability of a crown ethers is to solvate a cation and thus activate an anion has been considerably amplified. However, the complementary process of a deactivation of a cation is also possible in few cases, and this is an slightly disadvantageous. This is illustrated in the following example. That is, example, the reduction of a cyclohexanone. Reduction of a cyclohexanone in THF with lithium aluminum hydride is a well-known reaction which we expect the cyclohexanone as a product after reduction. However, if a stoichiometric amount of crown ether, that is 2:1 cryptan is a crown ether, is added to the reaction, then no reaction takes place. That is, we don't get the corresponding cyclohexanol. That is, this is an disadvantageous. If you add a cryptan or a crown ether to certain reaction, the reaction doesn't take place. This is the structure of an cryptan, and in the previous slides I have told you 2 cryptan. Here it is 2 1 cryptan. Coming to the last part, generation and application of superoxide ions. This is a superoxide, potassium and sodium superoxide. Superoxide anion is readily available in commercial sources in the form of potassium superoxide and sodium superoxides. Its uses have been limited to synthetic transformation due to the solubility issues associated with the metal ions like K+ and Na+. Examples: crown ethers such as dicyclohexyl, I have abbreviated here but you should write it in a full form, dicyclohexyl 18 crown 6, and this is dibenzyl 18 crown 6, have been used to dissolve the superoxides in benzene or THF or DMF. The resulting solution of free superoxide on treatment with primary and secondary alkyl bromide to form dialkyl peroxides as the major product. Let's see the general reaction. This superoxide is so formed after the reaction with these crown compounds, that is this KO2 or NaO2 in the presence of crown ethers in benzene, which forms an superoxide. This superoxide, that is a negative charge which attacks an alkali group with elimination of bromide ion to form a corresponding alkali superoxide. This and one more equivalent of superoxide which transfers the electron to the free radical to form an corresponding superoxide anion, and oxygen is eliminated. Once this free radical is transformed to this oxygen, it forms a negative charge, whereas this oxygen possesses a positive charge, hence O2 is eliminated. And the superoxide anion attacks the one more equivalent of alkyl bromide with the elimination of bromide ion to form the corresponding dialkyl peroxide. This is the major product. If you add water, we get the corresponding alcohol. And coming to the examples, you can see there is an 1-bromodecane. 1-bromodecane reacts with superoxide in presence of crown ether in DMSO at room temperature for 2 hours. We get 1-decanol. That is, this superoxide in crown ether, it forms this one free superoxide, and this reacts with this 1-bromodecane to form the corresponding 1-decanol. And coming to the third one, which is similar to the second one, this reacts with potassium superoxide in crown ether in DMSO at room temperature for 2 hours to get the corresponding alcohol. Yeah, this is all about crown ethers. Thank you for listening to me.